Hello, my name is Maria Martínez now, and now I'm talking about my real life experience. Number one, personal development. My experience of personal development began a few years ago, approximately 5 years ago, when I started to go to the stadium to so stand. If I was there, I liked it to see the instrumental playing, and I wanted very much to be there. Something time passed and I met a guy who was my boyfriend at that time. With him, I started to go instrumental rehearsal. Since he was one of the ones who played there. He played trumpet and steel plays. I began to see how he was, and I was very excited, seeing my interest in learning to play an instrument, particularly to the surdo. He decided to teach me. It was a complicated process, but the first experience I had playing was in the stadium because I needed people to play the instruments. So they decided to give me the opportunity that day with fear but security and begin to play. And from that moment, I fell in love with the instrument, and I was passionate from the and I was passionate from that moment. I fell in love with the instrument. Uh, about it was of the best who played it last 3 or 4 years. Again, after game, we rehearsed every 8 days to organize new songs and rehearse the ones we already had. Then I decided to move away to focus of my study, and also because my dad didn't like it there very much, so I had to leave. But I would like to come back. And now I talking about my experience of health and fitness. Begins when I was the years old. I began to train in swimming in the school. I studied and I began to have a good healthy habit. I was a very good swimmer. We went to competitions. I always won medals. It lasted in that about a year. Then I entered Cisneros School and the age of 11. There I started playing and training microfootball. This is one of the sports that I like the most. There we training in the afternoon. We played games every break. We were in a women's microfootball tournament in which we kind of win. I play and training every year until I left school in the year 2015 when I was 16 years old. After that, I started going to the gym, but I hurt my knee. So I stopped going, and now I don't have a healthy habits. Now I talking about relationship. My experience relationship all initiated with a trip I made to Bogota. There I met the one who is now my boyfriend. He and I had a great eye contact. Although we crossed way few words, he was a friend of my friend. At that trip, we because my mom needed a psychologist. That day, she asked me for my number and I gave it to her. She needed to be in contact with someone in the family to know how my mom was evolving. And that moment, John heard my number and wrote in though without annoyed noticing. Then we went back to Ibagué. A few days passed and I got a message from John. We started talking and he was interested in me and I decided to have a relationship. I have fallen in love. It is great relationship. Even though it is long distance, we haven't been in contact for a year. No, and everything has gone very well, and I hope it continues like that. My work experience and success began 2 years ago when I decided to open a cheese business with a friend. Since he had the idea, and I had the money. We decided to begin with the investigations. He sent to make the food card, good local, found out the price and the people providing. We started with the designs. We began to go very well. Got use very good results and excellent profits. But we had a problem with my friend, and I because he did not appreciate the work I did. Being each share of the local and being the administrator. Then we decided to close the local opened for a year. His name is Jesús el Paisita. Fun and adventure. My experience of fun and adventure was when I had my trip of 15 to Europe in the year 2014. I always tell about this history and I think I will never get tired. Since I was one of the best experience of my life. Everything started at the El Dorado airport with my family, who went to live with me and my mom was very nervous. My first time traveling by plane, then we arrived in Madrid. From there, we made the transfer to finally arrive in Paris. There we need the Eiffel Tower and many places. So I traveled through several places in Europe, knowing wonderful places and diverse cultures. The trip lasted a month. Then we arrived to Colombia. I arrived a little bit sick, but with the desire to eat the Colombian food that is delicious compared to the food there. Uh, Thank you. Goodbye.